Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. Welcome to the kingdom. I'm Andy, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. So, this is the beginner series, and you guys want to know how to easily set up a coal plant. Well, I have just what you need. So, we are here. I am this in my fancy world. That's my train system up there. But I've set up this whole area over here as if we started over from scratch. The only difference is I believe my belts are a little bit fancier. But overall, what you need to do is about simple. So I have this building right here set up. All it is has a miner in it. Miner goes out to a belt. We have my water extractor over here. And it's ready to get water, and it has its pole ready to go. And then we have the main building. I have an input for the water. I have an input for the coal. And I've set it up. So let's go look at this particular plant right here. So I have water coming in, and right now I have it set up so that it goes straight and then it splits off on every single one. As you can see, I've disabled these three temporarily, because when you want to get it going, you have to jump start it. And if you're like me and I don't have any other power out here, I could try to get power out here, but I'm not going to. It's much easier just to jump start it with some biomass. So we have coal coming in. I did do a test to make sure coal works, and I've gotten coal in. We can do this a little easier. We can just take the coal out, grab all this stuff, grab all this coal, and just get rid of it all. That way you can see it all from scratch. Okay, so there's no fuel, there's no water, and it is ready to go. Now the coal part, easy part. The coal part people have done many times before the introduction of water. It was really easy. It's the water that people have trouble with, and that's why I am here to help you guys. So we're going to go over here. We're going to run the water up and into our plant. Done. Then we're going to grab a belt. And my belt might look fancier, but it does exactly the same thing all your belts do. It just moves it everything a little fast. Too steep? Wow, okay. There you go. Now it's not too steep. Now it is too steep. How are you too steep? Okay. Fine, you're too steep. Okay, so we'll put right here. We'll raise it up. And now you'd work. Ha. Okay. So we get everything running, and now we need to jump start it. So let's get all the power set up for everything. So we'll bring that over here, and we'll power you up. I have the new stuff over there. I'm going to bring one right here for powering our the jump start ability, and we're going to build ourselves some biomass burners. And I believe the amount of stuff I have running, I might need 2. I'm not 100% certain. There we go. And we're going to have some biomass ready to go. Oh, wait, you can't run it all by yourself? What a surprise. I called it. Oh, it's just a little bit higher. Holy moly. Okay, so that's going to start grinding and giving me my coal. It's going to go up, and that's not the hard part. That's the easy part. The hard part is making sure you have water. That's the hard part. So this thing is now running, and it's got its water going. So you watch the water. Okay, we're doing good. Coming here, it's getting a little bit more water, but the thing is, this can only go up. I usually go for a height of a platform. So height of a platform is, let's use these things, is is one of these, which is usually what I register everything as. So they can only go up a certain amount. So this right here is going good. This is good. But this right here, nothing. Because it's not getting enough pressure from here. And this junction right here is too high. It's more than one platform up from the entrance zone, which is way down there. So what you do is you try to figure out about one platform up. At the highest point, the water should be. So let's say it can pump it up to this point right here. This is the point you want to put the pump. If you put the pump down here, it's going to go, I think it goes 5 platforms up. 5 platforms up from this point. But if you go to the highest point, it's going to go 5 platforms from that point. Which we'll get into our particular project right here. So let's go over to organization. No, it's logistics. Pipeline pump. Okay, first thing. If I were to put this like right here, you see how, let's just do it for fun. So, you put it in, and you're like, oh, Andy, you're so good, Andy. Thank you so much for setting me up. I'm gonna set this thing up. Okay, it's running, awesome. It's not working, Andy. It's not working. Well, make sure you're pumping. So right now what this does is this thing's pumping it up, and then this thing is pumping it back down. Just make sure it's facing the right direction. I've done this so many times where I'm like, oh, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So you just make sure that when you put it down, it's pumping the right direction. So we'll sit there. This thing should now start pumping up. And since this is not 5 things up, this thing should really, really go. So this one starts pumping. You run up here. It's going. So now I should get this thing in here. And we should have the first one working. So we look over here. There we go. See, that tells you right now, perfect. It is perfect. We are getting the water we need. And when you get the water you need, it's going to flow into this, and we already got power going. Okay, so I can now turn off these 2 power systems. Let's just turn those off. We don't need them anymore. Of course, that was my intermittent, so I need to do that now. Okay, so now we're getting pump. Now, each pump can do 4 of these. So, as you might have noticed, I have 3 more ready to go. So these, I've used these hole-in-the-wall pipelines. You unlock those with tickets. I don't remember exactly where it is. If you can't do that right now, the second easiest, if you want to put walls, is you can put a door. It doesn't look as nice, but you can put a door, and then you can put the pipeline support inside the door. There you go. Easy. Or I've done it this way. You want to make it a little bit harder. It's not a lot harder. It just looks a little different. Oh, so we used this one, and you can use the pipeline on these. Before they unlocked all that stuff, was doing that with my there you go. So there you go. The pipe is gone through the wall. I was doing it with travel tubes, but you unlock later. So let's sit there. Let's unlock everything. Let's get everything running. So let's get water to the rest of the system. Okay. Let's wait a few seconds because it's going to autosave. There we go. And then let's get coal everywhere. So coal's now going to run down. Everything is getting their coal now. That's getting it twice as much as that one's getting it, which is getting twice as much as that's getting it. But as soon as it fills up, it's good. We got water going. We got water going. We got water going. We look in, but we have no power set up. Okay, I didn't do that yet. So let's put another power set up. And then this one can do its second power. And we can look at the power and chink, chink, chink. Now, if you've set up your water just perfectly for this, you shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. The problem people usually have is they haven't set water up perfectly. This is the part that people have trouble with. And if you start getting a dip in your power, so it goes down slightly and then comes back up, or it goes down slightly and comes back up, usually check your water first. Make sure that there's nothing, it's not having any problems with where you have your pump placement. This one, such an easy setup. This one should be fine. The only thing that I would do in this setup for permanency is right here. I could totally up this. We have way more coal. I could totally put so many more of these up. I don't really need it because I've unlocked oil, which I will be doing a video on that. And if you have trouble with pipes, you have really big trouble with pipes, I will link down below in the description my 10-minute thing on pipes, and it will teach you a little bit easier on a little bit more than what I just said. You already got the basics. If you don't really need to watch it if you don't need to. So here we go. We're good. You now know how to set up coal power. Now, for permanency, all I would do is I would have a tower in the middle of here somewhere, and it would go into the tower, and then the coal would come out and come into here, and I'd have a nice big gigantic building. And there you go. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you love what you saw, hit the subscribe button. I do videos Monday through Friday, and I hope to see you there. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Sayonara, ciao, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.